Ren does it again. He introduces me to something different in Money Game Part 1, and now I'm not so focused on the money. 2025, I want to focus on the game and learning how to play. On that note, go ahead and cue that intro. Let's get right into it. It's 2025. It's a new year. We gotta avoid the traps. What I didn't want to do is have you guys waiting around for something that I know that you're eager for me to get through. If you stuck around for part 1, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to comment. I do appreciate that, but today we're gonna jump right into part 2. Who knows what we're gonna get? I did take your advice. I pulled up the lyrical video. I've got it prepped. There's nothing else that I need to say. Without further ado, Ren's Money Game, part 2 of 3. We're locked in, so let's clock in. Let's go. I like that.
Strange time we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my finger's on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way.
Hold up a minute. Switch this up a little bit. I want to say one thing and then I'm going to make sure that we go right back into it. He's an adolescent who's adding lessons to what you should know. You know for a fact that the corruption, the greed, and everything around is just a monopoly game to everyone else who's already making money. The rich get richer and the poor get poor. And everybody else is counterfeit. My God. Switch that back over and let it run. Let's go. Run it back a little bit, but let that go. My goodness. Go,
while
Ren.
my finger's on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
Really quick before we go any further, now it's starting to switch around a little bit. So you had the corporation seeming like in part 1 that they started to blame themselves, and then when that mirror turned to them, they could see the foul things that they've done. Now, from a perspective of it's not just them that need to be blamed, we also have to take accountability. We have to take accountability as people to not just blame the government and the corporations for our downfalls. We have to change our behavior and make sure that we stick to what's true and right for ourselves, because it's always going to be a pursuit of wealth or something that we hopefully gain, but it's going to start affecting relationships. It's going to start affecting your happiness if you put too much energy into it. Let's go.
This old money game. This old money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme.
Hold up.
She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step 1, what's
I think that's double wordplay right there. No one wants to buy shells because they're already sitting on the sand. Now you got people walking around that get washed up onto a shore. The whole world is a beach. Listen to what I said. I didn't say anything wrong. I said the whole world is a beach. And the more that those shells keep washing up, the less value that they have. So Sally can do whatever that she wants. But the more people that come into anything, what is the game of anybody with money? They want to be the only one that has the sense, the education, and that piece. Look at the Elon Musk. Nobody can do what Elon Musk does, so he is one of a kind. When you start to have 2, 3, or 4, or 5 people that are able to do what he's doing, then your value and your stock and everything drops. Let's run it back a little bit, because I'm pretty sure he talking about a nursery rhyme. Let's go.
Crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in the nursery.
Let's go, Ren.
She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step 1, you must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step 2, gotta make the people think that they want them, really want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste man. Free, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well.
I felt like he was going to go there, because even with the play of petroleum, you have Shell, the actual company, and what does Shell have? What is one of the most meaningful products on earth? Oil. So now we are literally digging into the depths of the core of what's important, pun intended, because you need to know what is the most valuable thing. What are we all fighting over? It's a couple things: land and oil. Those are the 2 things that give powerful men more power, because they own the most powerful and the priceless piece of what Earth has to give. If you control that, until there is some other element that takes over that someone else discovers, that is the most thing that anybody can have. Look at shows that talk about oil itself. It's powerful. Now we're on step 6. We got to run it back. Let's run it back. And he's spitting. I can't break this down right now. I just really want to get the message and the premises of it. But let's go.
Scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step 2, gotta make the people think that they want them, really want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste man. Free, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be a new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6, guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8, big smile, mate.
This man is talking. If you look at the Bush family itself, they had ties, and they were tied to oil. You were able to move all the pieces on the board. So you might not actually be the one that is truly in charge, but if you have stake, then you become a larger stakeholder. And what do most groups and entities have? Look at the Bilderberg Group. I'm not going to get into that. If you need to do research and you remotely know what I'm talking about, honestly, drop Bilderberg in the comments, because I want people to go back and do a little bit more research of who controls every piece of the 6 or 7 billion people that we've got on this earth, and it's growing by the day. But one thing that he said that we need to pay attention to is the poor people have morals. When it comes to religion, what is sold? It's sold for us to have a way of not free thinking, not free speech, but to actually become something that is moldable, because if you are moldable, you have less control of yourself. It does not mean that religion is wrong, but when it's overly used to influence and impact a culture, then you have a problem. Impeccable. I hear the triplets, I hear the rhyme schemes. I want to break all that down, but this message, I got all this. Let's go.
Seashells, sell oil as well. 6, guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8, big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9, polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10, the world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore.
Oh my.
Rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And those who rise to distorted lies poison in the veins, but we don't upon the blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
I want to know something real quick. I got to ask this question before we really just lay it out. How do you actually interpret his nursery rhyme, the simpleness of what he did to influence? Because those that are willing to listen have their eyes opened slightly. It doesn't mean that you're fully open. It doesn't mean that your heart is fully open. But you were getting a glimpse into probably something that he has just sat back and watched. Always pay attention to the person that sit back and they just watch, because they learn more. When you're not speaking, you're going to learn more. And I think Ren takes everything and, you know, it's like his mind, it seems like I've got 1,000 screens and I'm paying attention to every move. I'm going to pick up a little something and I'm going to put the story pieces together. And the puzzle that he's giving to us is pay attention. If you pay attention, don't blame it on the corruption. What is your piece? How do you fit into this bigger puzzle? Run it back a little bit. Let's go. And then the visuals itself of all the dictators, the leaders that we've had worldwide, especially over probably looks like the last 100 or so years, and the influence and what is being given to us, to come back and say, but you sell seashells at the seashore. Amazing.
Oh, and you sell seashells on the seashore.
There it is.
Rain, a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we don't upon the blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game.
That's catchy. Ooh. Hey, there's so much to talk about in this. I'm really thinking about truly hosting a Patreon, maybe, you know, next week or something like that, that we can just sit down and actually break down this whole series. Just talk about it. But let's keep it simple. In this pursuit of wealth, it's going to come at a cost. The cost is going to be happiness. You are going to have to give up your morals, your values, and something is going to be left behind. In order for you to gain, you almost become the pharmaceutical company, which he talked about. You're going to have to become that drug dealer, that addict to something that controls you, because you look at status more than the morality, more in the virtues and the essence of being a human being. And if a larger corporation can use that as the product of, let me take your morals, let me take your values, let me take what you hold most and not give it value, and they use that to control all the pieces on the board. You can't blame someone for allowing yourself to be used. Ren, yeah, the love and the sacrifice and the pleasure that you put into the triplets, the entendres, the message that you give is uncanny. It is a genius approach to giving back to a larger situation that only the people that want to hear will hear. You can start to monopolize the minds of others to at least change it, but it takes one. Let me revolve the evolution of change and let me do it in a slow manner, but it takes one. Then once one person sees that there's fallacies, there's disgust, there's corruption in something, as long as that message gets passed and everybody understands, listen, the tide starts to raise the ships. That's all I'm going to say about that. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for just making the suggestion. And this is a blessing to just break down. I love the thoughts, and my challenge to you is, especially with a new year being what it is, consider what you value and then also step back and say, what is it going to take? Does it change my virtues? Does it change my happiness? Is everyone around me that I care about also going to be on board? And how does it influence them? Drop a comment. If you got resolutions and you are making slight changes this new year, let me know. this is what this is here for. This is what this channel is built for. And I love you guys. On that note, stay blessed. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here.